111 week 1, 109 every week from there on, as long as you do all of the content. You asked, I'm telling you. Well, actually, he specifically asked, so I'm telling you. If you want a bit more of a breakdown, we can get into it. I didn't want to keep you hanging around all the way till the end if you just wanted to know the exact figure and leave, which is fine, you'd have only skipped to the end anyway. But if you want a breakdown of where they all come from and why it's important you get all of these things done, even though a couple of them are quite challenging, then stick around and let's get into it. Emblems of Frost are your primary currency in Phase 4. You're going to need them for all of your tier pieces. You cannot skip any of the 251 tier pieces that are bought with these emblems because they don't work the same way as Regalias in TOGC, so you can't simply go and raid Heroic and get a token that you can trade in for Heroic tier. You still need that 251 tier, and you need to trade that 251 tier into 264, which those tokens come from 10-man Heroic, 25 normal, and 25 Heroic, so they don't come from 10-man normal. Each piece is quite expensive as well, with the gloves and shoulders being 60 emblems of Frost each, and then the head, chest, and legs being 95 each. This is going to make Vault of Archivon really important, and week 1, once you get your 111 emblems of Frost, you can buy any tier piece you want, and odds are you'd have done a 10 Heroic clear, maybe you've done a 25 Heroic clear with some normals or whatever, and you've got hold of a couple of tokens. If you have, you're going to want to get one of these tier pieces straight away. But do not get tier tokens that you can get from VOA. Because remember, VOA is not going to be open straight away. VOA won't open likely until the week after ICC launches. So if you're wanting to get the gloves or the legs, because that's the one that you want to spend your tokens on, don't use your emblems. Wait until VOA's out, see if you get one then. If you don't, all good, use your emblems, buy whichever you want. But my recommendation would absolutely be to wait until week 2 before you spend any of your emblems, unless they're going to go on a piece like the head or the shoulders, something that you can't get from VOA. So where do all of these emblems come from? Now, I've had confirmation on the last video, which is also reason why we're doing this video now, that actually the 3 quests that you could get per day from the Heroic Quest Giver in Dalaran is wrong. One of them simply wasn't removed from the PTRs. So Agron, thanks for that. Thanks for the clarification. I've pinned the comment, so if you want to go and check that video out, you can see that, yeah, there's only 2 quests, not 3. Basically, the quest that we get now from the Daily Heroic, where it sends you in to target a specific boss, let's say Ingvar the Plunderer was the example in yesterday's video, that quest no longer exists. So the only 2 quests we've got is to basically just go and complete a Gamma Dungeon and loot the end boss, and that way you're going to get 5, and you're going to get all 5 of them in the same potentially random dungeon if you wanted to use the RDF tool. You don't need to make a group to do this, you don't need to target any specific dungeon, you can literally just go and do any one you want, and boom, jobs are good. So with that clarification in yesterday's video, we know you can get 5 per day from that, where ordinarily, back in original RAF, it was only 2, so we're actually getting 3 extra a day there. I've also had a lot of people look at the video, and when I was talking about the weekly quest, and I remember it being 5 of each emblem, a lot of people remember it exactly the same, so I feel like we're getting an extra 5 from the weekly quest as well, which is good. You know, the quicker we can get this tier, the better. We know we're going to have a shorter ICC, so it makes sense to get all of the stuff a little bit quicker. But anyway, that means we're going to get 35 from doing the daily every day. Go and grab the 2 quests, queue for a random dungeon finder, get a Gamma Dungeon done. There's 35 emblems a week, over halfway to a piece of tier. You're going to get 50 from clearing 10 and 25 man ICC. This does mean you need to kill every boss, and you're like, wait, there's 12 bosses, they all drop 2 each, that's only 48. Well, actually, there's that little mini boss like Valkyr, big angel Valkyr thing. I can't believe I said angel, we joke about that in the EU guild. You kill that, it drops 1 as well, and you're going to kill that twice, both on 10 and 25 man, which takes it from 48 to 50. Like I've already said, you're going to get 10 from your weekly raid quest, so this raid quest might send you into either kill like Sarfarian, Patchwork, Jaraxxus, Marigar, Flame Leviathan, you know, all of these. Not all of them, as in one of them each week. but that'll give you 10 emblems for going and doing that as well. Then you've got the quest, which the next video that's going to go out actually is going to be about the quests in ICC and how you actually do them, because I don't really believe the information's out there. Maybe it is and I've just not seen it, but anyway, it will be here tomorrow. So you get a quest in ICC 10 and 25, and they both give 5 emblems of frost a week. The quests are different. There's 5 in total. It could be trying to save an extra ad on a boss, or it could be to kill an extra little mini boss that you don't ordinarily kill. So it varies. is, but as I say, we'll get into that tomorrow. But each week from 10 and 25 man ICC, you're going to get 10 from those. And then, of course, taking us up to that 109 is going to be VOA times 2. So you can do 10 and 25 man, both dropping 2 each, so you're going to get 4 a week from that. So that's the 109 emblems of Frost a week that you're going to get starting week 2. What you'll notice at the start of the video is I said you'll get 111 week 1. Well, the reason for this is you're not going to have VOA to do, so you're not going to get those 4 emblems. Because, as I said before, the boss for VOA is likely to launch the week after ICC opens. Instead, what you're going to be able to do for the first time, and it is only once, I can't stress that enough, this is not a weekly reward that you're going to get. It's just the first time you do them. If you do the quest chain for the 3 new heroics that are opening, which is Forge of Souls, Pit of Sauron, and Halls of Reflection, you're going to get 6 total as well from there. So you're just going to do those 3 heroics in order, follow the quest chain, and boom, that's another 6 emblems, which it's going to be 6 emblems you really want. But the good thing is, I suppose, it kind of offsets the fact that we've got no VOA, so it's not going to differ as much. You're getting 111 versus 109 every week after that. So what does that mean? You only need 310 emblems to be able to get the cheapest set of 4 pieces. So if you just want to get your 4 set. So if you want to get the 2 pieces at 60 and the 2 pieces at 95, that's going to be 310 emblems. You already know you're going to be getting about 109 a week, so actually it's not going to be too bad. As long as you do all the content without actually getting anything from VOA whatsoever, you're looking at 3 weeks. Like 3 resets tops, but it's not going to be 3 full weeks, is it? Because you're going to start doing it when it resets, you're going to get that done. You'd probably be able to knock out the other ones, halfway through the 3rd week, if you like, before you physically get to the end of the reset. That's a long way of saying before you get to the end of the reset. So 3 weeks maximum if you do everything. Now, this is why I can't stress enough how important VOA is. Imagine if the 2nd week you was to get the legs and the gloves, for example, from VOA. Not going to take very long at all now. You're literally going to buy that week. You would have all of your tier. You'd have 4 sets straight away. And going in VOA and doing 10 and 25 man is so important because it saves you so many emblems. But not only that, it saves you a token. Because as I say, once you've got the emblems and you've got the 251 gear, you still need that token from 10 heroic or 25 man to upgrade it to 264. So if you can get your tier in VOA from 25 man, you're saving yourself a lot of pain of trying to get one, and you're helping your guild out because now there's less needed to go around. But that's it. You had all the information at the start of the video. You didn't really need me to drag this out, but of course, what sort of YouTuber would I be if I didn't drag it out? So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.